Welcome to this video about, veganism, I think. I thought it would be about, meat eaters before starting this video because I was told by this calf that it would be, some kind of curse, that the calf was going to just curse somebody. And I thought that the calf was actually going to curse, meat eaters. But it turns out that it's actually cursing vegans. So if you're a vegan and you're watching this video, just be aware that you're getting cursed by the calf. Okay, you probably watched some of those horror movies where somebody watches a video and it just means that they're cursed and they'll be dying like in 24 hours or something. So that's what this video is. If you're a vegan, if you're a meat eater, you'll probably not get cursed. Although you never know. I'm not really that into all of this black magic that the calf is practicing here. I can just outline it just briefly for you. The calf has got a magic wand that's kind of stained with blood, and it's killed a lion, and it's having that to support the rock here that's kind of supposed to make the curse rock solid, okay? And these two black crystal rocks are just designed to amplify the effect of the magic wand when the calf curses you. And the planet uses the planet, the power of the earth, also to curse you. So I'm actually not sure what the calf was thinking, because the calf doesn't say that much. He actually just arranges the table, and then I have to do the talking. The calf doesn't tell me much, and it's not gonna tell you much. It's just gonna sit there and curse you. So I'm not sure why the calf doesn't say anything, and it's a bit of a problem because I have to deliver this video, but I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be saying because the calf doesn't say anything. So I'm not sure. Maybe you could just tell me what I should be saying. So you're probably not completely retarded, so you understand that a calf isn't kind of allowed to say anything, if you know what I mean. Like if an artist tries to represent animals, the artist will be crucified in society. Just take the example of Freelee that said that, or she didn't say it, but she asked the question like, maybe some meat eaters deserve to die, and she was crucified for it by some assholes. And in relation to this lion incident in Africa, which happens all the time, people kill lions all the time, but Kat Von D, she said something about, there's not much of a difference there between the dentist and meat eaters, and she was crucified for that. So that's people that are actually representing animals. They're actually representing those that are voiceless, those that are defenseless, and those that don't have a right to vote. And society immediately attacks such persons. It's got all the defense mechanisms and all the social media, all the hate campaigns that it can start on social media. It's basically, society is waging a war on those that represent animals. And vegans, they don't represent animals, they represent themselves. That's the problem with vegans, and that's why the calf is cursing you right now. If you're watching this video and you're vegan, you're getting cursed by the calf, because you cursed the calf, because you're a self-righteous asshole. You care about, coming across as better than others or perfect. That's why you oppose freedom of speech. That's why you oppose hate speech. That's why you don't want real art. You want everybody to be a pussy. You want everybody to be concerned with knowledge and information. In a time, or at a time of war, you want people to pretend that it's not a war by focusing on science and knowledge. You don't have to do research, you know, finding out what happens when a bullet enters a person's body, okay? You don't have to do research to find out that people are actually treating baby animals like Jews. You don't have to do research to find out that World War II never ended. It's not about research, it's a question of art. If you look at the Swedish artist, you know, the vegan artist called Dan Park, he is one of the few persons, maybe the greatest artist actually on earth. He's one of the few people here that represent Jews, that represent planet Earth and animals and other groups also that have been made into Jews. World War II never ended. Nazism has never been more popular, and it's a worldwide war now, and we're all gonna die, and that just means that it's a war. If everybody dies, it's a war. And vegans are pretending that there's no war here. It's actually a quite peaceful world where you can just publish, you know, nice cookbooks telling meat eaters that they deserve food, telling meat eaters that they deserve, you know, nice cookbooks with beautiful images and wonderful recipes. That's what vegans are doing, and they're just saying that there's no worldwide war on animals here. It's not a war, it's not Nazism, and every country is not being ruled by Adolf Hitler. They're just saying that there's no war here. Vegans are in denial, and they're saying that no, you can't be negative, you can't hate, and you can't say such things to meat eaters, you know, as, you know, that they deserve to die, they deserve to burn in hell. They don't deserve any food, they don't deserve any cookbooks, they can go fuck themselves. That's what the calf would say. You've probably seen some of those videos on, you know, maybe on Facebook, maybe on YouTube, where, you know, some kind of bull that's involved in, you know, a bullfight or something similar, you know, it just senses that somebody's trying to kill it, and the bull actually kills, you know, a human being. And that's the bull getting insulted. And I'm just telling you that, you know, you vegans, you insult calves, you insult bulls, you insult animals by pretending that there's no war here. There is no war that's being waged on animals. You want to talk about science, you want to talk about knowledge, you want to share, you know, you want to just promote yourself as some kind of authority or some kind of reasonable, rational person. You want to just align yourself to the values of society in order to promote yourself. And by doing that, you know, you're banning art, you're banning real art. Real art doesn't do that. Real art doesn't fuck around with information. Real art doesn't fuck around with knowledge. Real art attacks the values of society and never stops talking about values. That's what Dan Park is doing in Sweden, and he's getting crucified for it. He's a vegan artist that is creating art which basically relates to walkers, because people are walking when they are observing his art, because he's a street artist. He puts up posters around town. So he's making a reference, he includes the observer in his art, and he is criticizing people for being walkers, the walking dead. There's a sect of bloodthirsty zombies around here that never stopped walking. They crucified Jesus 2,000 years ago. They are responsible for all religions, basically. It's the same psychology. They may have posed as something else than meat eaters and zombies, but it's the same adult whore-fucked, demonized, priest-fucked assholes. It's an adult sect of religious whores from hell. They're responsible for all religions. They're responsible for World War II. Did I say witch hunting? They're responsible for all of those things. Psychiatry. It's the same sect of adult assholes. And they're a necro-religious sect that worships death. They worship holy laws. We got that in every democracy on the earth. Holy laws. And they worship a dead guy. They worship a dead god. And they like to kill off babies and, you know, even human babies and children. They kill them with education, imprisoning them and killing them with an activity, killing them with knowledge, killing the values of children with knowledge. They stuff children so full of knowledge that there is nothing left of their values. It's a war. Education is a war on the values of children. It's a war. It's all a war. The whole world is a war on the values of children and babies. And those animals that people are stuffing their faces with are babies. The world, the entire world is at war with babies. Babies are the enemy. Babies get crucified. Babies get tortured. Babies get killed mentally, physically. They get exploited. People are pretending that they respect babies. At the same time, they got blood dripping from their mouth because they're stuffing their faces with babies. All of those animals are babies. It's an industry. They don't wait around for the animals to grow old. Those animals are a few months old. And you're stuffing your face with them. That's the meat eater. And the vegans, they are the worst because they're hypocrites and they're promoting hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is the only way that you can get away with being an asshole. Have to pretend being something else, and that's what the vegans are doing. They're pretending to be self-righteous while suppressing freedom of speech, and they're not representing animals, they're representing themselves. They're trying to promote themselves as self-righteous and correct. And it just allows the meat eaters to do the same thing. Vegans are not part of the solution. Most vegans are part of the problem. You're a bunch of pussies. You know, the Cough actually produced a cookbook for meat eaters here. This is the only cookbook that meat eaters deserve. You see this one. You want to know what's inside it, all the recipes. This is the recipes. There are no recipes in here. It's nothing. Because meat eaters, they don't deserve to eat. You see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a sect of adult assholes that includes both meat eaters and vegans. You're a fucking demonized whore, fuck priest, fuck asshole. And you're suppressing freedom of speech. You're opposing what I just said. You're gonna comment on this video. You're gonna say, I'm a religious whore. I'm a necro-religious whore from hell. And I don't agree that meat eaters don't deserve to eat. That's what you're gonna say. You're just confusing. You're confusing my communication with something else. I'm talking about values. You're talking about something else. Because you don't want to talk about values. And that's exactly what I'm arresting you for. Because you don't want to talk about values. You want to talk about self-righteousness. That's not a value. Self-righteousness, it's an image. You're just you're trying to kind of produce a video where you get to be the hero and you just want to be correct all the time. You know, the Cough, it respects those persons that, you know, maybe want to represent the Cough and not necessarily want to be correct all the time. That's Freelee right there. You know, that's a reference to Freelee. The Cough has put a crown on, and that collar is the collar on Freelee's YouTube channel. Because what Freelee did was she took the colors of the Swedish flag and she made it into a more feminine look by replacing blue with the purple color. Anyway, the Cough doesn't respect assholes. The calf wants to be represented. The calf is angry. The calf would kill meat eaters if it got the chance, because meat eaters are killing the calf. You just check out some of those videos where a bull kills a human being because the human being is trying to kill the bull. And you don't even have to kill a bull. You just have to harass it, or you know, if you do that enough, the bull may kill you. It gets insulted, it gets angry. And when people are angry, they communicate and they say, "You don't deserve food, I'm gonna fucking kill you, you asshole." That's what people say, and that's what the bull and the calf would do. And that sort of thing has to be represented by artists. And all of you vegans, you're not representing animals, you're representing yourselves as self-righteous assholes. And you're just promoting self-righteousness to the point where it's not allowed to criticize anybody. And you're just promoting it to the point where it's not allowed to talk about values. Because once you start talking about values, you have to start saying that there seems to be something wrong with the values around here, which means that everybody are fucking insane. Because they're necro-religious whores from hell that are worshipping death through religion, meat-eating, psychiatry, education. Life just has to be killed off. The individual, which is life around here, is the enemy. It's a threat. If one artist like Dan Park in Sweden wants to talk about Nazism and just pretend that it's the fucking coolest thing around here, society has to attack and persecute that artist for fucking decades for being an artist that represents animals. He's a fucking vegan. And you vegans, you're doing it to Dan Park. You're pretending that you're not a part of that adult sect of assholes that don't want freedom of speech. You publish all of those cookbooks. You're pretending that meat eaters deserve to eat. It's the same thing as banning criticism of the meat industry and meat eaters. You're just establishing a society where it's not allowed to criticize. It's not allowed to be an artist. It's not allowed to play around. Once you start saying that people are, you know, worthy of burning in hell, people react. Why should you react when an artist says that? That's what the only thing that an artist should say. I want to hear you respond to this video because you're a fucking asshole. And I want you to show the whole world that you're a fucking asshole and a hypocrite. I'm gonna just show you now what you're fucking doing. I'm gonna put some big dick up your ass and I'm gonna fuck you over like you've never been fucked before because you're an asshole. Just have to find a suitable pen. I'm gonna show you something, and you're never gonna forget this. You see that line there? That's the line that separates non-violence from violence. And you vegan assholes, you're so concerned with being correct and being non-violent that you start to attack non-violence. I'll just write it for you. Non-violence. This is non-violence and this is violence. What you're doing is you're attacking non-violence. And you're doing it by being self-righteous. You're doing it by being peaceful. You're doing it by being correct. You're doing it by, you know, communicating in a way that is respectful of meat-eating whores from hell and mass-murdering baby killers and planet killers. That's you attacking non-violence. And you're doing it while pretending that you're not doing that, because you just published a cookbook. You just presented veganism as something nice that all the meat eaters deserve. And you're just so correct when you kind of speak or you write something or you produce something. You want to come across as respectable and authoritative. So you're just creating a society where it's not allowed to make mistakes, where it's not allowed to play around, and where it's not allowed to talk about values. Have to be so informative, so factual, and so correct all the time. Playfulness is a value. You didn't think about that, but playfulness is a value. And you're attacking playfulness. And playfulness is the value that kind of makes it permitted to actually talk about values. You're attacking playfulness by trying to be correct. And I'm just explaining this to you now very slowly, that you're attacking non-violence, and you're doing it in many ways. You're suppressing playfulness, which is the most powerful non-violent method, the playfulness of art. You're just attacking non-violence. You're sitting around and you're waiting for someone to say that, you know, all meat eaters deserve to burn in hell. They don't deserve to eat. They can go fuck themselves. You're waiting around for somebody to say that, and then you want to attack that one individual, pretending that it's a problem around here if an individual does something. But if the whole world wants to be fucking Nazis, that's not a problem. And if all vegans want to pretend that, oh, this is all about just doing the right thing, let's all just be so positive and perfect that it's not allowed to criticize anybody anymore, okay? You're just attacking non-violence as if non-violence is violence. And what you're doing is you're just blurring this distinction. You're just blurring the distinction between non-violence and violence. It just means that violence is no longer violence, thanks to you assholes. Okay, non-violence gets treated like violence, and the distinction gets blurred. That's what I'm saying, and that's the same thing as promoting war. That's the result. Just write it for you right here. It's a legalization of war when you blur the distinction between non-violence and violence. Nobody has to notice if somebody crosses this line, because you've blurred that line by treating non-violence as violence. You have attacked an artist. You attacked Freelee. You have attacked Kat Von D. You've attacked Dan Park. You're gonna attack me. You are waging war. You're promoting war by blurring the distinction between non-violent art and violence. It just shows that you don't know what you're talking about. You're a vegan hypocrite and a vegan whore, and you're just promoting yourself. You don't know what it's about. It's about fucking violence. And you're pretending that non-violence is violence, which just immediately reveals that you don't know what it's about. The reason why there's a problem with the meat industry, stuff like that, is of course that they're crossing this line and they're pretending that they're just producing food, and it's not violence, it's not a war, but they're actually killing animals, defenseless animals that don't deserve to be killed. And they're doing it for all the wrong reasons. And they don't want to acknowledge that it's violence when you kill somebody. And all of you vegans are helping them to blur this distinction, and it just means that it's allowed. You're just legalizing the meat industry by attacking non-violent art. You're attacking me. I'm making this video. You're gonna attack me. You're gonna say it's bad to welcome meat eaters to hell. It's bad to curse somebody. It's bad to do this and that. You're attacking non-violence, and I want to see your fucking face when you do it. I want to see you promoting war. I want to see you blurring the distinction between violence and non-violence to the point where it becomes possible to start a fucking industry which involves mass murder on animals. There's a reason why the calf is cursing you, because you're a hypocrite and you're an asshole. And you just want to make veganism look good. You want to tell meat eaters that they deserve a whole lot of nice shit. They don't deserve anything. They deserve to die. They deserve to burn in hell. They don't even deserve to eat. And you're an asshole. You're a hypocrite. And you're a religious, necro-religious whore from hell. And you're a fucking Nazi. Because you're the kind of person that would burn art. Look at you, you're burning Dan Park's art in Sweden. It's your sect of self-righteous assholes. Look at you, you're not making a single fucking mistake. You're a fucking asshole. Look at you. You're attacking Dan Park. You're attacking artists that are making a mistake. Artists are supposed to make mistakes. Artists are supposed to represent the wisdom of babies, and that wisdom is a war on holy laws. It is all about the dignity of the individual and the right of the individual to make small mistakes. That's why it's the job of artists to make mistakes. They should break the law. An artist should not follow the law. They should make mistakes just to test out if the law is holy. Holy laws are not allowed here. You're pretending that holy laws are good. Well, you're just a member of Islamic State. Congratulations, you just achieved membership in Islamic State. So you're a Nazi, you're a member of Islamic State, you're a mass murdering whore, you're a warmonger, you're an asshole. And you call yourself vegan, you walk around pretending to be self-righteous. You're a fucking mass murdering whore from hell. You're attacking animals on the one point where they are the weakest, and that is on communication. They don't communicate. And you're not giving them the right to do so, because you want communication to be free from hate, free from playfulness, and free from artistic effects. You want to kill art, which means that you're promoting psychiatry, which is a war on artists. Psychiatry is a concentration camp where artists get imprisoned without a court hearing for being Jews. You're pretending that you're not promoting psychiatry. You're an asshole and a hypocrite. Look at you being self-righteous. Well, you're just promoting the right of the majority of adult assholes to incriminate anybody for being different or for being critical. It's not allowed to be an individual around here. That's why we're killing off all of those animals, because they're just individuals. They're not organized. They're not a part of a powerful group. It practically makes each one of them individuals. And we're just making the statement that individuals are not welcome around here, because they all just get killed off. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So this is all about freedom of speech. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about yourself, trying to present yourself as something. I'm not interested in presenting myself as anything. I'm just talking about freedom of speech. I'm just saying with my clown costume that it should be allowed to make mistakes. You should be allowed to be a little bit clumsy, a little bit messy. Should be allowed to play around. And you should be allowed to ridicule society. So that's basically what I was going to say today. I mean, the calf has stuffed this lion in Africa. You know, Tesla stuffed this lion and just put it on the table here. I'm not sure why it did that. It was probably just to insult, you know, all of you meat eaters that used that episode episode to brainwash everybody into believing that it's not allowed to kill a meat eater. It's not allowed to kill a meat eater. Okay, it's a kind of subliminal, unconscious communication. You see, it's not allowed to kill a meat eater. If we're talking about non-violence, okay? What does it mean to mean that it's not allowed to kill a meat eater? It means that it's not allowed to criticize a meat eater. You see, that's how the meat eaters operate. They communicate subliminal messages. You don't pick up on the real message. The real message is the lion is a meat eater. It's not allowed to kill a meat eater around here. Somebody goes to Africa and kills a vegetarian animal, nobody gives a fuck, but it's a fucking meat eater. And you're pretending that, no, that can't be, because meat eaters, they can't be that insane. I mean, that would be completely insane. It's so childish, so ridiculous. It could be the case. Who said that meat eaters ever made sense? You vegans, you're meat eaters. You've probably been a meat eater before, and you think that you've now turned vegan just because you changed your diet. No, you're the same necro-religious whore from hell. She's still a meat eater. You should be pretty familiar with, you know, trying to communicate one thing by communicating something else, you know, trying to tell the whole world that you're correct, you're basically a reasonable, respectable, authoritative person, you know, while just trying to educate people about, you know, diet and, you know, the environment and everything, just pulling facts out of your ass, pretending that it's all about knowledge. If we just had knowledge today, you know, we wouldn't be offing the earth. Once we have the knowledge of the earth, we immediately start offing the earth. We immediately start ending life on earth. You're pretending that knowledge is the solution. Focusing on knowledge is the problem, and you vegans are doing that. You're legalizing the end of the world by focusing on knowledge. You're promoting technology, and you're promoting the blind belief in knowledge and technology. You're doing it by not talking about values. You're not talking about it. You're talking about the science. You're talking about information. You provide facts. You try to explain to people that, you know, when a bullet enters a body, this and that happens, and that's why the person dies. And you want to just explain everything in detail, you know, pretending to be an expert. World War II never ended. Everybody are fucking Nazis and they can burn in hell. That's value communication. And you're banned. You're banned value communication. You're banned communicating about values. You're pretending that you didn't ban it because you're pretending that values don't exist. Those values of Nazism and mass murder and worldwide wars and the value of attacking life, and pretending that that's not values. Those values, they don't exist, so nobody has to talk about them. Nobody has to tell people that you're fucking Nazis, you deserve to burn in hell. You ban that communication, which means you ban talking about those values. You're pretending that values are knowledge. Values are just some kind of information. And if it's something other than just some kind of neutral information, then it's not allowed to talk about it, you know. But the point is, once it becomes something other than just some kind of neutral information, that's when you're talking about values. That's values right there. You don't know what values are. You're not interested in values. And that's why you don't know what it is. If you're not talking about Nazism, if you're not talking about racism, you know, people love their pets and they stuff their face with baby animals. So if you're not talking about those things that Dan Park in Sweden is talking about, mass murder, racism, Nazism, you know, a zombie epidemic, if you're not talking about those things, You're not talking about values. You're talking about something else. You're talking about some kind of morality. Morality is bullshit. Morality, it just links on to your self-righteousness as an adult asshole that's pretending that you're fucking knowledgeable and you're more knowledgeable than children. You're just insulting children. You're just a fucking adult asshole. And you're attacking values, which means that you're attacking children. You're insulting children. So all of you meat-eating whores from hell, and I'm talking to you vegans too, because you're a part of that sect. You can go to hell and you deserve to burn in hell, and I hope you die. And I hope you get to die in hell into eternity and burn in hell eternally, because you're a fucking asshole. And you're a hypocrite. This is what you're gonna get. This is what you're gonna need. You're gonna get some serious butt fucking, and you're gonna need a hell of a lot of anal gel. Cause I'm come now. You see, I'm the Messiah motherfucker, and I'm come, and I'm gonna just fuck you over, you vegans. I'm gonna fuck you over like you never thought possible. I'm not gonna attack the meat eaters. I'm gonna attack you. You just keep on pretending that meat eaters deserve to eat. You just keep on pretending that meat eaters deserve nice food. You just keep on pretending that meat eaters deserve to not be criticized. You just keep on pretending that Adolf Hitler and fucking Nazis from hell don't deserve to be criticized, don't deserve to be hated. You keep on pretending that, and you will secure your place in hell. You know, if you do the math, there has to be some kind of hell. Because, you know, when you look at the world, even though you take reincarnation as a possibility into account, you know, the math, it just wouldn't add up. It could never add up. Because, you know, those assholes that are responsible, politicians and stuff, they just couldn't, it wouldn't be practical to give them the kind of consequences that they deserve inside the universe. So there has to be something outside the universe. Sounds good to say that, because, you know, there's a sect of hateful zombies and Nazis and racists that are just waiting to attack me for saying something. I don't even know what I said. I just had to say something that was illegal around here. That's how you legalize talking about values, you know? People are assholes. It should be allowed to criticize assholes because there's nothing to insult. You know, meat eaters, they love you vegans that just wanna be correct all the time. They love you because you're just banning criticism. Which means that you're legalizing meat eating. And you're waging war by blurring the distinction between non-violence and violence. You're legalizing war. Violence is no longer violence because you've just managed to destroy this distinction. You're treating non-violence as if it was violence. You're completely insane, and I'm gonna ass fuck you into eternity for being an insane meat-eating whore while pretending to be fucking vegan. You're not vegan, you're a fucking asshole. I think that was, you know, basically what the cough wanted me to say. I don't know, and I just want to hear it from you, all of you assholes now, that you know that this crazy clown guy, he just said something that he shouldn't have said. I want to hear you say that. You know, because I'm operating as an artist. You know, I'm not really like it's not that I'm doing anything other than being an artist. You know, an artist means taking certain perspectives, seeing things from different angles, and you're pretending that it's not allowed to take that particular angle. No, you couldn't do that, because it just makes everybody look like fucking assholes. It makes it look like World War II never ended. It makes it look like vegans are actually promoting meat eating. Oh, I couldn't take those angles, though. Okay, I just didn't know that before. You know, I'm sorry. You know, thanks for telling me. You know, in the comment section underneath the video here, thanks for just informing me about such things. Like I didn't know what we had all agreed on in this, you know, in this society on planet Earth and stuff. I didn't know that, you know, artists, or real artists as myself, have to kind of, you know, conform to society. Like society should basically dictate what artists can do and can't do. I wasn't aware of that, you know. I just didn't know that. I'm just starting to understand now. Because that's how art works, right? Because you that are kind of maybe more than one person, like you're the majority maybe, or you're kind of really self-righteous vegans, like you know what's right and wrong, because you're waging war by blurring the distinction between violence and non-violence, right? You get to dictate what artists should do. Like that's how you produce art, isn't it? You just ask everybody, like, yeah, what should I be saying? Like, could you just dictate it? Like, what word should I be using? Like, maybe you should just write the script for my videos from now on, okay? Maybe I should have contacted you self-righteous whores and hypocrites from hell and just asked you to kind of write a script, something that I could just read, you know, while producing these videos. Or maybe I should have had someone here, you know, that could stop me in the middle of every sentence and just ask me to pause and just think about what I'm saying, you know. That could also have worked, you know. Because, you know, if maybe you say just one sentence, I mean, that could be the end of the world around here. If somebody says, you know, somebody just completes a sentence, like a full sentence, that could be the end of the world. That's basically like you're waging a war, you know, you're just killing a whole lot of people, you know. That's what the reaction is saying, because you're all reacting, you know, whenever an artist does something. You're gonna react like it's a fucking world war. And it's just one person that's saying something. And it's all non-violent art, and you're treating it like it's a fucking worldwide war. You're reacting. You've got all the social media that you need to hate an individual. Social media, that's hypocrisy right there. And that's all you ever amount to. You're an asshole. Social media, that's people pretending that it's not allowed to hate around here. And what's social media all about? It's about hating hate. Social media is all about hate. If Nazism has gone worldwide, if it's become a worldwide war, if the planet is treated like a Jew, and if animals are treated like Jews, and if artists and the mentally ill are treated like Jews, and if children and future generations are treated like Jews, it just means that we need only one thing around here now to end Nazism. We need hate. If you don't hate Nazism, you haven't understood what it is. And I'm talking to you vegans, you're just making it illegal to hate. You're making it illegal to be playful. You're making it illegal to attack Nazism with non-violent methods. It just leaves one method, and it's violence. You're making the statement that if anybody wants to criticize around here, they should be extremely violent. They should basically be a terrorist. That's your statement right there. Because you criticized Freelee when she said that meat eaters, you know, she didn't say that, but she asked the question like whether some meat eaters deserve to die. She just wanted you to think about it. She didn't make a statement at all. But you know, some of you vegans, you attacked her for it. You're a bunch of whores and hypocrites. You're making it illegal to criticize Nazism. And you're pretending that that's just a statement that there is no Nazism here. That's what you're saying. You're saying that there is no Nazism. You're communicating exactly what I just told you. You're in denial. So you do all of those things. You just do so many things by attacking non-violent art. You're in denial, you're promoting war, and you're banning criticism of Nazism. You are the devil. And you're calling yourself vegan, and you think that it makes a difference to the universe and to the intelligence that created the universe. You think that you're not gonna burn in hell because you're a fucking hypocrite, and you're legalizing hypocrisy, which is the only thing that is required in order to get away with greater crimes. You're the devil, and you're gonna burn in hell for it. So like I say in my videos, the God motherfucker knows. You're an asshole and you're fucking ignorant. The God motherfucker knows. You're pretending that, well, this universe, that's everything. It has to be everything because it's not possible that there's anything outside it, of course, because it couldn't happen. Well, this universe couldn't happen. It's impossible. How can you create this universe out of basically nothing? How can this thing arise in the first place? It's not fucking possible. I'm just going to talk a little bit about religion and what people are thinking in relation to the God motherfucker. Because that's the thing that you vegan assholes deserve to hear about, because you demand this and that. You demand that if you start playing a video on YouTube, it has to be short and it has to be snappy. It has to be about just the one thing that's noted in the title. I'm gonna give you so much shit that you can't even walk. I'm gonna stuff it all up your ass. The God motherfucker that created the universe was here before the universe and decided to become a baby. And that has to do with the God motherfucker being psychic. You're saying that, you know, no, that's not possible, but that's your sect. You've been doing it for thousands of years. You've been promoting religion, which is just a way of dictating to God what God can do and can't do and should do and has to do and has to be. You're an adult asshole. I know everything about you. You're an asshole. You're an adult asshole. You're a member of an adult sect of anti-life activists from hell. You're attacking life. You're attacking playfulness. You're attacking the dignity of art. You're attacking the dignity of the individual by attacking individuals that are free and that operate as artists. You're an anti-life activist from hell. To hate is human. You're attacking hate. You're an asshole. You're an anti-life activist from hell. And I'm just telling you that the God motherfucker knew everything before the universe was created. So the God motherfucker responded to what happens in history and became a baby. That's the truth. And your sect, you have been busy deciding what God should do and should not do. That's religion. You're just saying that, oh yeah, I think the God motherfucker must be some kind of intolerant asshole that kind of made the individual as a sinner, and you know, people, they just have to worship certain rules, which is just a form of brainwashing to tell you that the God motherfucker is blind. If you just follow those rules, everything will be okay. It's not like reason or reality has anything to do with it. Just follow these rules. So the god motherfucker decided to become a baby before the universe was created, and you vegans, you're actually waging a war on babies because you're taking away the freedom of speech of babies. You are attacking playfulness, you're attacking the right of babies, baby animals, to be represented by real artists. I'm talking about real artists. I'm talking about Freelee, I'm talking about Kat Von D, I'm talking about Dan Park, I'm talking about myself here. Real artists that want to talk about values, that don't just want to pussy around talking about something that makes them look good. Whatever. But you should know that the god motherfucker is a baby. The god motherfucker respects playfulness. And you don't have to look at the god motherfucker as an authority, but you know, you basically decided it yourself that the world should be all about authority. So, you know, in the end, you're going to be a little bit surprised that your religious whorefucked sect that tries to promote rules that suppresses truth and justice around here. Yeah, whatever, I don't even bother completing that sentence because you don't deserve. I'm just saying that, you know, the greatest wisdom around here is babies, and babies have been made into gurus. If you look at a human baby, it's basically, it's making a statement about the dignity of life, it's making a statement about freedom of speech, it's making a statement about the importance of just screaming in the middle of the night just to check if everybody are fucking asleep, like fucking zombies and Nazis from hell. Babies, they make mistakes. Babies are heroes. Babies, they go from handicapped to top athlete in a little bit more than a year. They're independent. They represent everything that the world needs. Because the world has now been ruled by adults for thousands of years, and the wisdom of adults has failed. It's not about respecting the god motherfucker. The god motherfucker is a nobody. The god motherfucker doesn't exist. It's about respecting those gurus that are here, which are babies. And animals are babies. And the calf is an artist. And the calf is just standing there inside, you know, the factory farm, and it's not allowed to move, and it's just standing there. And that is an extreme form of non-violence when you're not moving at all. And what the calf is communicating as an artist is that you should take non-violence to the extreme. And it just means that you should basically, you should make non-violence into some form of violence. That's what the calf is saying as an artist by not moving. It's telling every vegan asshole on the earth that you should take non-violence to the extreme. You should make non-violence so violent that it becomes extremely clear that there's a difference between non-violence and violence. Don't understand? That's the only way you can make this distinction extremely clear. You have to be violent when you are non-violent. That's how you clarify that distinction. And that's what the calf is teaching, and you're pretending to respect animals. You say, oh yeah, I'm vegan, I respect animals. The calf is teaching non-violence in the form of extremely violent non-violence. It's an artist and it's teaching that. It's a four-legged animal, and you're thinking that's nothing. It's four-legged. The calf is four-legged. That doesn't matter anything, because like it couldn't matter because it's just something. It's nothing. Well, that's the calf. It is a work of art, and it's the number 4. Okay. My phone is doing something, or that doesn't matter. Somebody just wants to call and you tell me to stop recording because it's just a bunch of assholes that are watching, you know. Anyway, The number 4, it means crucifixion because it's the only number that contains a cross. You're supposed to crucify the meat eaters. You're supposed to just nail them down as hard as possible as fucking Nazis and racists and mass murdering hordes from hell, but you don't do that. You're banning that. You're a bunch of fucking assholes. So that's the number 4. You could take a look at your keyboard or something, just check it out. It's the only number that contains a cross. It means crucifixion. It means a cross. It means crucifixion. You're supposed to crucify meat eaters. That's what the Kaf is saying. You're supposed to take non-violence to the extreme. My God, there's another phone calling now. Somebody's really eager to tell me to stop recording here. It's all of you vegans that don't want the truth. You don't want the truth to be known, that you're a bunch of hypocrite whores from hell. Okay? You hate the Kaf. The Kaf is an artist and you're not listening. That's not good. I know who that is that's calling. That person is never gonna stop calling. Oh my goodness. So that's it. That's all what you needed to know right now, that the Kaf is telling you to crucify, is telling you to take non-violence to the extreme. The Kaf is an artist. All babies are artists. You just didn't interpret because you didn't think it was possible. There's a whole lot of shit around here that's not possible, but it's fucking real. And I'm just gonna have to welcome you all to hell because you're hypocrites and you deserve to burn in hell. Vegans are Satan. Vegans are assholes. Vegans are hypocrites. Vegans are self-righteous whores. Vegans are mass murdering whores from hell. Vegans are meat eaters. It's all about debate. It's all about art. It's all about truth. If you don't want it to be about truth, then you're gonna have to start being violent. You're gonna have to start being, you know, violent. I'm not talking about being non-violently violent. I'm talking about being violent. So I'm suggesting that, you know, if you're gonna fix some kind of zombie epidemic on Earth, you have to look at truth. You have to look at non-violent methods of solving a violent conflict, of ending a worldwide war. And that's why I'm just telling you that this issue of meat and this issue of veganism, call it what the fuck you want, it's only about freedom of speech. That's the only thing it's about. It's not about anything else. It's only about art. It's only about violent art. That is non-violent, of course. It's a non-violent method, but it should be as violent and as provocative and stuff as possible. That's the only thing. You're not talking about values unless you're using strong artistic effects. If you're not using that, it just means you're not talking about values. You're talking about some kind of information, some kind of knowledge, some kind of bullshit that is displacing values and that is dethroning values as the most important thing. The key value today is suppression of the individual, suppression of the truth, suppression of the dignity of life. That's the key values around here, and you have to just talk about that. You have to call it whatever it is. It's fucking Nazism. It's mass murder. It makes everybody into a planet killer and a baby killer. And such people deserve to burn in hell. And such people, they don't deserve to eat. I'm not talking about a human hate. I'm talking about the hate of the Kaf. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just forwarding the hate of the Kaf. I'm forwarding the hate of the Kaf when you are about to kill it. And I'm forwarding the hate of the Kaf for your suppression of freedom of speech by being a self-righteous asshole. And I'm talking about the hate of the Kaf for you suppressing values by talking about information and science and knowledge. You're an ignorant asshole because the earth is being ended here. And it's because of knowledge. We have the knowledge to end the earth. Knowledge is not, it's not where it's at, it's all about values. Decision making is guided by values more than knowledge. Stop talking about knowledge. There's nothing going on here that is guided or decided by knowledge. It's all about values. People hate life. They do it by hating hate. They do it by butchering animals. They do it by driving a car and polluting and with a big fat smile on their face. They hate life. They are anti-life activists from hell. They're ready to crucify any individual. So that's it. I just wanted to make this video a little bit longer, you know. You could watch all my other videos if you wanted to, but of course you don't have the stamina for that because you're a pussy. And you want to have videos, you know, that maybe just appeal to your kind of self-righteousness or just make you look good or something, and you wouldn't want to watch, you know, a video that's kind of an amateur video delivered by some kind of clown that didn't even shave and it kind of, you know, yeah, that wasn't even dressed, you know. So maybe not watch any of my other videos because, you know, I did prove that I am the Messiah, motherfucker. I did prove it. Like you would never understand it because you're retarded, so you probably wouldn't even understand it, but I have proven that I am the Messiah, motherfucker. And I've proven that I am the Messiah, motherfucker to such an extent that nobody would ever dream of it. It's not even possible, but here I am, and I have more evidence relating to the Bible. I have evidence relating to 9/11. I have evidence relating to me and my name and my date of birth, place of birth, week of birth, the day of the week, everything. It all just points to one thing. You could check out those videos. I'm just trying to scare you, you know. I'm just trying to kind of brainwash you into believing that there is something here that's called a hell. I'm just trying to grind it in, just trying to, like, desperately trying to kind of make you listen and kind of take me a little bit seriously, okay? Because you only respect authorities and I am sent here by the God motherfucker. And the God motherfucker is a kind of authority. Although the God motherfucker doesn't operate as an authority in the universe. But you all decided that authority is all that matters around here. Because you're all trying to pose as an authority. You're gonna just have to kind of face some kind of authority at one point. I'm just welcoming you all to hell. That's what I'm doing. I'm just trying my best. I don't know, I could have probably, you know, but I'm just telling you, just watch some of my other videos. It doesn't mean that I'm not kidding because I'm dressed as a clown like you wouldn't know, but you know, basically you're an asshole and a moron, so whatever you're thinking is probably wrong. So you'd have to watch some of my other videos just to check out what it is, but you don't have the stamina for that because they're pretty long and stuff. It would take humanity maybe a few thousand years to realize that I am the Messiah, motherfucker. Because you couldn't even process anything. Anyway, it's cool by me. I'm just here representing babies, you know. We don't have to talk about the God motherfucker, and we don't have to talk about the fact that I've already ended or banned all religion. I've banned psychiatry, I've banned all laws, and I banned political parties. We don't have to. We can just everybody can just keep on just doing whatever they're doing, pretending that it doesn't matter, when someone that has proven that he is the Messiah motherfucker bans political parties, bans even laws, and bans religion. You just pretend that it didn't happen, okay? Just keep on walking. Because, you know, the God motherfucker is a little bit concerned about what's real, and what's real is that I have actually proven it, and you're pretending that it doesn't matter that I've proven it because you're deciding to disregard what I'm telling you. I'm just telling you straight up, I'm the Messiah motherfucker. And that's real, and it matters because the universe is a kind of game. And I'm the Messiah motherfucker, and I'm telling you, I banned religion, I banned political parties. That's the way of the world. That's how it works. At a certain time of need, there comes one individual. It's a form of respect for the individual. It's not a herd, it's not an organization. It's just one individual that comes and presents those ideas that are necessary to save the world. It's all about respecting the individual. That's why I'm here. I'm not asking for respect, I'm just asking you to respect Dan Park in Sweden. That's all I'm asking. He is the world's greatest artist, and I just want everybody that is vegan to understand that he was a vegan that called society a Nazi society, and then society decided to call him a Nazi. That's the most simple form of defense mechanism. It's really childish to call an artist a Nazi just because the artist calls everybody else a Nazi. I'm telling you, if you don't respect Dan Park, you're gonna go to hell. And the cough is cursing you right now because you don't respect Dan Park, and you probably never heard about him. But that's on you, because you're a part of that sect that did everything to Dan Park and treated him like a criminal, because you're one of those adult assholes that believes in laws, that believes in being perfect all the time, and that hates art and artists. You did it to Dan Park, and I'm gonna do it to you. And you don't know what I'm talking about, but you're gonna watch what the earth has got coming for Islamic State down there in the Middle East. The earth is coming for Islamic State. I'm gonna tell you now that this 9/11, that the sum of that date is 21, and the Arabic name of Islamic State has 21 letters. And the leader of Islamic State is, you know, is basically, his initials is ABAB, which is just 1212, but since he's an asshole, you have to turn it around and it becomes 2121. And Islamic State has 12 letters, you turn that around too, because they're all fucking assholes, so they tend to turn things upside down. You have to turn that upside, and that's the number 21 as well. So Islamic State is marked by the number 21. And the United States, you know, United States of America, that's 21 letters. US, that's the 21st letter and the 5th letter. So that's the number 21 as well. Certain things around here are marked by the number 21, which is a countdown. So I'm just telling you all now. You can just check out the news in the following years. Just refer to this video. This Messiah motherfucker, he said that the earth was coming for Islamic State because Islamic State is marked by the number 21. Just like the United States of America. That's the God motherfucker playing around. I'm just telling you that the world is not what you think. Dan Park is born on the 4th of May. Number 4 means crucify. May means crucify. It means crucify May, which is may crucify. They thought they may crucify him. Dan Park is the letter D, which means mouth, and park means to park, you know, park your mouth. They told him to park his mouth, and he's born on the date that is actually May Crucify. It's not a coincidence. We have a Norwegian hero here called Junior. He produced a work of art by stunt driving or drunk driving through a roundabout, just across a roundabout on the 4th of May. And he's known for hating the Swedes. Dan Park gets crucified in Sweden, you know, that's where it happens. And Junior was in Sweden and he took 4 gold medals this year. I'm just saying there's a whole lot of shit around here that kind of connects, and you're thinking, oh my god, this thing in Africa, that happened in a park. Could that have something to do with mouth, like D Park? The letter D means mouth, like it was a dentist. He just kind of closed his dental practice, which means that he actually opened it, because sometimes you have to turn things around. That's a little bit like a kind of a joke in art, like almost like babies are playing around, you know. So he opened this dental practice, that dentist. That's like telling people to just shut up, basically, because somebody, the meat eaters, they said something that they shouldn't have said. And even vegans said something they shouldn't have said. They said it to Kat Von D, for instance. They criticized her. They said something they shouldn't have said. It all links up. Everything links up to Dan Park. You can interpret. You can look at almost anything, any work of art. You can just nail it to Dan Park in Sweden. You take a look at Freelee's page. She just chose the Swedish colors and made it into some kind of feminine thing. She's talking about freedom of speech. That's what Freelee's doing. She's got bananas. Banana. That's what you get when you make banning, you know, ban, into something cool like a song. Ban, na na na, banana. She's all about freedom of speech. That's what Freelee is. You know, calorie restriction is so last season. That's what it says. She's not talking about just food. She's talking about freedom of speech. Calorie restriction is so last season. She's all about freedom of speech. She's eating bananas. I got this covered, you know, in some other videos, but it's really important that you understand the color yellow that Freelee has. It means to be yellow, it means to be a pussy. She's criticizing all of you other vegans for being pussies and for suppressing freedom of speech. She's wearing 3 bananas. The number 3 means actually to walk. It's a reference to The Walking Dead, which is a reference to Dan Park, because he's criticizing people for being walkers. I got this covered in other videos. I'm just telling you that Freelee is all about freedom of speech, and she's an artist, and she's also educating people regarding sex. She does all of those things just by doing a few simple things. That's what makes you a great artist. You're doing everything in one operation. And you're attacking Freelee. Some of you vegans, you're attacking Freelee and you're hating her. And she is the greatest female artist on earth. There's a whole lot there that's interpretable in her on her YouTube page. She has a reference to Dan Park on her chest here. And it says BG. It doesn't mean banana girl. It means be God. It means be a hero. And she's dressed up like a hero. And she's got this work of art here that is a reference to Dan Park's work of art, where Dan Park created a heart. And she's got that reference close to her heart. It's the color black and yellow. Dan Park produced a work of art that's black and yellow, and it's shaped like a heart. It's just, well, that's what I'm just talking. I mean, that kind of thing you can interpret, and people don't have the guts to interpret. They say, oh, but that's insane. Well, art is insane. You see, art is presenting something, and then nobody knows what it is, and it's an open question, and you have to just interpret it a little bit from that angle. You have to just try to figure out what the fuck it means. And people aren't aware today that, you know, art should be viewed as one big canvas. They don't know that. I have to come here and I have to tell people that artists are connected. The art of one artist is connected to the art of other artists. So Freelee, she is connected to Dan Park. Dan Park is connected to this Africa incident, and he's connected to Junior in Norway in many ways. Junior has several works of art that relate to Dan Park. Junior presented a birthday present on the 4th of May. And he got crucified as an individual and as a hero for his drunk driving in the middle of the night, but producing one of the greatest works of art around here. You don't know because I couldn't tell you. There's no time in this video to cover everything. I'm just telling you, you're a moron. You don't know anything. You don't know the first thing about art. And there you are, you're commenting on my videos, you're commenting on Freelee. You don't even know what Freelee is about. You didn't even interpret her bananas. You don't know what it means to make banning things into a song. You're a complete moron. You don't even know what the number 3 means because you're a fucking zombie. You don't know what any number means. You don't even know that art relates a lot to numbers. You don't know that because you're a moron. Number 3, it means, look at me, I'm a crazy clown. That's CC. It's a reference to walkers. I'm saying walk, walk. It means that people are zombies. And the letter C, it also looks a little bit like a mouth. CC, there's no coincidence that I'm calling myself crazy clown. It's the letter C, which looks like a mouth, and it also is the 3rd letter of the alphabet. And the number 3 means walk, which makes it walk, walk. It's a reference to The Walking Dead, and it links up to the art of Dan Park because he produces street art. People, they walk by his art and they come back the same route, seeing his art again, and that's Dan Park just commenting that, oh my god, you're still walking, my god, you're the Walking Dead, you just kept on walking, your sect of insane, whore-fucked, bloodthirsty zombies from hell never stopped walking, my god, you're still walking and you keep on walking, and you never stop. Even when you go vegan, you're still the same anti-life activist from hell. You think you're vegan, you're not vegan, you're a meat eater, you're a zombie, you're a Nazi. You hate life, you hate freedom of speech, you hate artists, you're so full of hate, you're about to burst. And I'm just ridiculing your sorry ass by sitting here and coming across as somebody that's a little bit hateful, somebody that just wants to hate. That's me ridiculing you because that's you right there, you're the hateful asshole. I'm just here to impersonate you, you hateful piece of shit.